How's it going, gamers? It's Heike here. Today I wanted to not only review the XP Pen G640, but also give my thoughts on my personal transition from mouse to tablet. I'm going to first start with my transition from mouse to tablet, so if you're only interested in my review, you can skip on ahead and I'll have the timestamp to the review in the description box below. Without further ado, I want to first say that I've played OSU from time to time, but only recently got into it in the past 2 months. I had been using it as an in-between to cool off of League, Fortnite, and other games I took more seriously, but as I played it more and more, my seriousness in those other games grew onto OSU. My growth with a mouse was pretty steady in the beginning, being able to do 2-star songs with little to no errors and with passable attempts on 3 to 4-star maps. However, I quickly hit a wall with my mouse when I started to get into more jump-intensive maps. I trained to the best of my ability to counteract this, but I was only really able to manage 4-star songs, and anything past I failed miserably on. This led me to ask around about tablets on Twitch streams and their actual gains on OSU, and whether or not I should even be thinking about getting one, considering that I was still pretty new to actually trying an OSU. But being someone who easily caves into temptation, and after asking a female streamer I'd been watching at the time, I actually just decided to go and fucking buy it. To go over my transition though, without getting into the actual review of the product, I'll first say that it wasn't a natural change. A lot of people who use tablets told me that it'd be like writing on paper or just writing with any sort of pen, but it was nowhere near that easy of a swap, at least from my own experience. Not only was I confused about the whole driver situation, which one to use and how to maneuver it, but it was also a long and tedious task of creating a drawing space that fit my ideal comfortable sensitivity. With all that said though, grasping the skills that I already had with the mouse came fast, and after only around 2 weeks with the tablet, it felt like second nature, even though I had a super long process of just getting it set to how I wanted it. In all, the transition was not one that I could say was truly awful, and that only those intent on being a completely serious OSU player should get one, as there's some pretty good tablets for less than $40, but it wasn't a cakewalk either. It wasn't a 3-day process and boom, you're used to it, or at least from my experience. And now to finally get into what you've all been waiting for, here are my thoughts and an actual review on the XP Pen G640. To start, the tablet came in for me at a whopping $29.99, and just to run down the spec sheet for it, it came with a passive pen, meaning that it doesn't need to be charged. Its active area is 6 by 4 inches or 15.24 centimeters by 10.16, and comes with a cable and a couple of replacement knobs, but surprisingly, no tool to actually remove the tips. The feeling of the tablet isn't cheap, but due to how thin it is, I wouldn't just toss it in a bag and go if I were to take it with me somewhere. Aside from its sturdiness though, the tablet feels nice, allowing for comfortable dragging, and it's a nice look if you were to go without a tablet cover. My only gripe with it is that the surface is a fingerprint and scratch magnet, so if you drag and rest your hand on the tablet when you play, just be ready to see a bunch of marks and prints right off the bat. In all, it's a good tablet for the price, especially for those who want to try out a tablet without committing a good portion of money to an expensive one. The XP Pen is cheap, reliable, and provides a smooth experience with only aesthetic annoyances. I know that was a pretty short review, and it was a pretty long explanation on my own personal transition from mouse to pen. However, I'll just leave you guys with the rest of the video and just to see my own gameplay of OSU, and just so you guys can see my webcam that should be in the bottom right corner, so you can get somewhat of an understanding of how the tablet works. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. I'll probably have some more OSU videos in the lineup, just kind of working around with Adobe Premiere, tinkering with it. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys all have a good day, and peace.